So if I was to go and meet my younger, skinnier, smaller self, there are three main things I would do. I'd go up to him, I'd grab his shoulder, shake him like this. I'd be like, right, let's get a grip of what you're doing in the gym, because you have the potential to look the way I obviously do now, but you're falling into three major mistakes, which I know most of you are doing. So let's go and fix those. The first thing I would tell him is, listen, stop changing your training split so often. Stop adding in new random exercises. Stop thinking the certain exercise is the reason why you look the way you do. It isn't. All exercises work. It's the fact that you don't stick to them for long enough. And this is the reason for it. Let's say you start on a certain movement. You're making progress, making progress, making progress. You see someone else in the gym who is bigger than you doing a new random different exercise, and you're like, oh, yep, that's it. That's the exercise I'm missing. We must go and add that in there. What you then do is stop doing the exercise you were doing and you were making progress on. You then decide that you need to change it and start doing the new exercise. The problem is, you were building up to the point where you were just about getting ready to where it was an absolute graft to get either one more rep or a little bit more load or deeper range of motion or better time and attention. You were just at that point, and that is the point when you're building true muscle. It's the point where you have to grind session after session to get an extra rep. That is when true muscle is being built. But you'll reset your training program, you'll reset your exercises, and you'll go on to the new one and you'll think, oh yeah, I'm making loads of progress. Boom, 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 boom. And it's not that you're not, it's just more that neurologically from your movement pattern, the body could lift a lot more than what you're doing. It just needs to understand the movement pattern and get up to that point of where it is, as we just spoke about, grinding to get that extra rep out. Too many times I would just reset the exercise and thinking you need variety. Essentially chasing DOMs, because if you've ever done a new random exercise and you get severe DOMs from it, you think, yeah, it must have been a great session, built muscle. In reality, it's not really the case. It's just the fact that you did something random and new, and then your body hurts in weird ways. Most of you that are into the gym and haven't really done like combat sports will go and do a session and you'll be hurting in like the most weirdest random place, like inside your midsection. It's not that you built muscle off that, it's just you did something new that the body wasn't aware of. Therefore, different muscles pulled in different directions cause different soreness from there. So, biggest advice I could tell you, if you want to build a solid physique, is just take one program and stick to it for 6 months straight. Do not change it. Stick to it for 6 months straight and grind the life out of the exercises, getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger each and every session. Which takes me on to the second point. Do not chase pumps. Although they are nice, although they feel good, and if anything, they will be a byproduct of what I'm about to say, do not simply chase the pumps. Chase strength. Chase getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I don't mean training within a rep range of 1 to 5, because that's ultimately what I was doing as well, and that doesn't really work either. It just makes you very strong, but it doesn't make the hypertrophy aspect of your muscles grow. So what we want to do is make sure we're always training within a minimum of 6, but ideally 8, and up to around 12 and sometimes 15 on higher reps with smaller muscle groups. But you want to be getting stronger within that range every time you train. Just rinse out flat and incline dumbbell press, get as strong as possible. Like, I always thought, I just can't grow a chest, bad genetics. Reality, I could probably flat press like 26 kilograms at best. Now, I mean, I'm in Mexico and it's in pounds, but like now I'm on like 105s for like 9/10s. I think that's around like, it'll be in the 40s either way. Okay, so we can see there's an extra 20 kgs added to the press. So of course I've got more of a chest now than I did then. In reality, I should have just said, listen mate, you don't have a big chest because look what you're lifting. Just stop overcomplicating things. Do the movement properly, lift it properly, absolutely. But just simply dial in your ability to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Give it some time and you will see your physique really start to change. Because all too long when you chase the pump, a lot of the time you'll do your flat chest press and you'll chase that feeling of the squeeze at the top. Because you do that, and the fact that it's a dumbbell exercise and it gets easier towards the top, you won't actually feel that much of a pump anyway. A lot of movements you're doing are actually harder and they're made for feeling them at the bottom. Anything with a blunt piece of weight, dumbbell, barbell, it's actually going to be harder in the length and position of the movement than it is in the shorter position. So, first and foremost, stick to one training split. Do not chase the pump, although you will get pumps from doing it this method. Simply chase, are you getting stronger? Which then takes me on to the third point, track everything you do in the gym. You track your spending in your bank account, You know about tracking calories, track the workouts that you're doing, make sure you know, right, this is what I did last time. When I step into the gym this time, this is now what we need to do. And as well, like if you want to be really like smart about it, just spend the 5 minutes before you go into the session, just look at what numbers you achieved and be like, right, flat dumbbell press, we achieved 105 for 9, we're gonna go for the 10th rep here. Okay, cool. On the back off set, we achieved 13 reps on 85, right, we need to try and progress that here. And you'll be mentally jeering yourself up about going and progressing that extra little bit of weight. Whereas if you went in blind, having done what you did last time anyway, but not recorded it, you would train off how you felt on that given day. And some days you're gonna feel strong, some days you're not gonna feel as strong. I've gone in not feeling as strong, still been able to perform to the same standard as the session before. Whereas in reality, take away the numbers, I wouldn't have got as much as I did because I would have felt that I'm not as strong as I am. So this is why it's so important to know what you did last time and what you need to do the next time, because it keeps you accountable to progressive overload. Whereas it's honestly, it's hard doing progressive overload. It's hard getting that extra rep. It's hard pushing yourself all the way to failure, because just mentally, like, it's not that you can't do it, it's more mentally taking yourself to a point of like, right, we're gonna be uncomfortable, we're gonna be feeling pretty nasty for this amount of duration, and then we're gonna come back off. Doing that day after day after day, or at least 5 days a week, for 10 weeks straight, mentally that fries you. That's why you need deloads, by the way. Side note, that if you never need a deload, you're not training hard enough. It should be a case of after around 8 weeks, you should be pretty cooked. You should be pretty darn cooked of like constantly progressing in the mental space of having to know you need to progress next time. You should be taking deloads anywhere from after week 8 to week 10 on your split, you should be running a deload. And what does that look like? You either reduce intensity, 75%, but I prefer to just reduce overall volume. So 2 sets on everything instead of 3, 1 set on everything instead of 2, depending on what you've got in your split. And that way you drop off a lot of fatigue. Sometimes, and at least twice a year, I'll take a full week off the gym just to rest and recover. And I know when I need it, because I won't even miss the gym at all for the week that I'm off. And I train religiously no matter what. So that's what we need to see you do. We need to see you train very, very hard, track everything, and stick to one version of the truth for the longest period of time, and bang in deloads just so you stay fresh and good to like keep going again and again and again. Essentially just to keep the train turning without you overburning out and just wanting to sack it. They're the things I would tell my younger, skinnier self to get to how I am. They're the philosophies and mindset I will tell current me to become the future 2.0 version of me. If you found this video value, subscribe to the channel. If you want to come join us inside the Gorilla Platoon, there'll be a link in the description. Come and join us and we'll get you the physique that you desire. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.